key area that security guards will protect are vacant and unoccupied buildings. But do you know what the differences are between vacant property security and unoccupied building security is? Hi, I'm Holly with Region Security Guardian's YouTube channel, and in today's video we'll be discussing the differences between vacant properties and unoccupied buildings and the different types of security that they need. Before we begin discussing the differences between the two, let's first focus on vacant properties and the type of security that they'll need. A vacant property is simply a property that is completely empty and that has no possessions, furnishing or people inside it. According to the UK government, any property that has been left empty for over 30 days is considered as a vacant property. Some good examples of vacant properties are abandoned buildings, new homes that have been left for sale, clear commercial properties, unused warehouses, and any unfurnished rental properties. There are many reasons why properties become vacant. This could be because the property has been abandoned, the owners have moved out and nobody else has moved in yet, or the property is waiting for renovations. What is vacant property security? Vacant properties often fall victim to criminal damage from intruders, thieves, and vandals, so it's important that they have good security in place. The most typical security that is used for vacant properties is security guards. Security guards will be hired to do regular checkups on the vacant properties and to do regular routine patrols around the properties to ensure that no criminal damage has been done. Security guards will often use their strong security presence to deter thieves away from the properties, and if a criminal does try to attack a vacant property, a security guard will be on hand to deal with the incident and to report it to the police. What are unoccupied buildings? So we've talked a little bit about vacant properties and the types of security that they'll need. Now let's focus on unoccupied buildings. An unoccupied building is typically a building that is empty but still has furnishing in place but no people there. Some good examples of unoccupied properties are holiday homes, student accommodations, homes which are for sale, houses that have been left for let, and properties that have recently been refurbished. Unoccupied buildings, unlike vacant properties, can be empty for some time, however they're not expected to stay empty for forever. For example, student accommodations may become empty when students leave to go home for the summer. However, as student accommodations still have furniture in place and they will be reused back when the school year starts, they're often considered as an unoccupied building rather than a vacant property. How do you protect unoccupied properties? One of the biggest threats that unoccupied properties face is burglaries. From doing some research online, we found that back in 2021, it was reported that there were at least 267,000 burglary attacks on unoccupied properties. These are worrying figures, so it's no wonder that unoccupied buildings need good security in place. Security guards can be hired to protect unoccupied buildings, and they will often do regular patrols around the unoccupied building and do regular checkups on them. However, they aren't normally the main security focus for unoccupied buildings. They'll be hired to protect some unoccupied buildings such as the student accommodations, but they wouldn't be hired to protect an empty building that's been left empty while people go on holiday. Some of the best ways to protect unoccupied properties would be by using security alarms, by installing security cameras, by joining a neighbourhood watch system, by making sure your property has secure locks around it, and by using security lights. What are the differences between unoccupied and vacant properties? The main difference between unoccupied and vacant properties is simply how long they are left empty for. Unoccupied buildings will always be guaranteed to be occupied again within the next 60 days, whereas vacant properties, there's no guarantee that the building will be occupied again, as they typically normally are just abandoned buildings. Another key difference between the two is the type of stuff that is left in the property. If an empty property has a bed, a fridge, cooking equipment, or any other furnishings, then it is considered as an unoccupied building. Whereas if there's nothing left in the building and it is completely empty, it is considered to be a vacant property. The last difference between the two is the type of security protection that they will need. Security guards can be hired to protect unoccupied buildings, but as they aren't normally left empty for long, they typically aren't the main source of security for unoccupied buildings, and instead unoccupied buildings will typically use security protection such as security alarms and security cameras, whereas vacant properties will typically use security guards as their main focus of security protection. As vacant properties are often more vulnerable to thieves, it is ideal that security guards are used as the main focus of security protection, as security guards are an excellent deterrent against criminals. So that's the end of our video. What are your thoughts on unoccupied and vacant property security? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. If you've enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a like, and if you'd like to, why not subscribe to our YouTube channel, as we put out videos every week. Thank you for watching. We hope to see you in another one.